Welcome back, everyone, to week 2 of our Paseo activity. I know some classes didn't get a chance to start, while other classes had a lot of time to work. Well, today I'm going to walk you through the activity again, and I'm going to add animations to the Paseo bubbles. So make sure you pay attention, and let's get started with week number 2. Here I am in Google Classroom. At the top of the stream, you can see the first day Paseo activity video. As I scroll down, you can see the new assignment Paseo activity. You can see the Tech Lab rules, and you can also see the code of conduct for Chromebook users. I'm going to go up to the Classworks page. On the Classworks page, I'm going to go to the Paseo activity. I'm going to click Paseo activity. I'm going to open up the Google Slides presentation. Last week, I walked you through the first initial steps of creating your Paseo. That's going to the circle button or shapes, sliding down to shapes and choosing the circle. In the middle of the screen, you'll click and hold and you'll drag a circle. When you double click inside of the circle, you'll get your text box. This is where you'll type in your first and your last name. If you want to change the font, you can double click or triple click on the text. Go up to your text tools. This is the size. This is the font. Here's the bold, italicized, and underlined. And right beside it is the capital A. This is the text color. You can also make it lined up in the center by going to the center alignment button and choosing center align. You can also change the color of your shape by going to the paint bucket. Here, I'll choose a light yellow. When I click off of the bubble, you can see my name inside of the circle. You want to make sure that this is in the center of your slide. Once it's in the center of the slide, you want to now connect using the lines different aspects about you, things that would describe you. You're going to do that with the line tool. This is the line tool, and beside it is the down triangle. I'm going to click on the down triangle. I want to use the elbow connectors. You can also use the curved connectors as well. When I go over to my circle, I'm going to put my mouse on the circle, and you can see these 8 dots around the circle. I'm going to click on one of the dots and click and hold my connector. I'm going to go over here to make my first Paseo bubble. I can make my line thicker by going to the line weight button and choosing 4 points. Now I want to make a bubble that would describe something about me. I'm going to go to my shapes button. I'm going to start with a circle. I'm going to click and hold and drag to make another dot. Inside of this dot, what is something that would describe me? Well, like I said last week, most of you know that I have 2 daughters. I'm going to double click and I'm going to put their names inside. You can see that that text is really, really big compared to the bubble. I can make my bubble bigger by pulling at the dots and making it bigger. I can highlight the text, make my text smaller or larger, center it, change the font, change the bold, italicized, or underlined, change the color of the text, and also change the color of the bubble. Now I want to go around and make 7 more descriptions about me. What are some things that describe me? Let's do one more together. I'll go to my line connector. This time I'll choose an elbow connector. Put it on the dot. Click and hold and drag. Change the width of the line. And make another shape. Last week, some people asked if they could use other shapes. You can use other shapes, but make sure that you're able to write inside of the shapes. I don't know whether you'll be able to write inside of the smiley face. I'll choose a triangle. Click and hold and drag to make the triangle. If you need to move it, click and hold on the triangle and move it over. I'm going to double click to write inside of it. Make the text box bigger by pulling at the shape. Double click. Change bold, italicized, and underline if you'd like. Color of the text. And the color of the shape. Now I'll finish my Paseo. Your Paseo should look like this whenever it's done. If you wanted to change the background color, you can do a double tap or a right click right on your background. Go down to Change Background, and you can pick the color of the background of your slide. Now we're going to animate our slide. You may or may not get to this step at this time. You might have to wait and do it next week, and that's okay. I'm going to click on Steeler Fan. I'm going to go to Slide, down to Change Transition. I want to go to Add an Animation. I'm going to click on the plus sign. It automatically adds a fade in. I'm going to change that by pulling down the drop-down box. You want to choose anything that has in. I'm going to go to Fly In from top. It's going to be on click, and I can change the speed here if I wanted to go really slow. Now I'll play it to see what it looks like. There's my new animation. Now I'll hit stop. I'm going to pick something else. Click on it. Add an animation. Choose something different. On click, and check your speed. Now I'll hit play. I'll go through each one of my description words by stopping it, clicking on it, adding an animation, choosing what animation I want, choosing the speed, then play. Remember, you have to click or hit the space bar each time to get it to work. Go through and animate each one of your Paseo bubbles. Next week, we'll work more with our Paseo. You might even share it with a friend. Thanks again for listening. If you have any questions, let me know. Good luck.